I'm Nancy Wedwick, and I am the president of the Coon Creek Community Watershed Council.
My name is Sydney Weidel. I'm the watershed coordinator with the Coon Creek Community Watershed Council.
And so our members are anyone and everyone who has an interest in the Coon Creek watershed, work here, live here, have some connection, and care about this environment. What we want to do is create a resilient watershed, whether that's economic resilience or climate resilience or whatever that may be. Because sometimes it's not easy to ask questions about particular conservation practices or how different things might affect what one does. That really is our niche. We're not the actual technicians out on the job. That's not our role. Our role would be to connect people with them, have the technicians at our meetings, make them more accessible and part of the community.
Yeah, our role is really to facilitate engagement with the process, because what's happening here is pretty monumental. This is the first time that flood control dams have been decommissioned on a scale like this, at a watershed scale. But there are, more than 11,000 of these dams across the nation. And so what happens in the Coon Creek watershed is going to set a major precedent on a national level. So it's super important that we get this right.
So one of the things, and it's more of a low-hanging fruit, would be the cover crops. And that is what some of our people in the Valley are doing and finding it to be a very good practice in enriching the soil, in the ability to infiltrate water, increasing the value of their crops and their land is what they're doing through the cover crop practices. And I think, to me, that's the one that jumps out primarily in the Valley.
There's just so much expertise in the watershed, and it's just a matter of bringing people together to share that knowledge that's been held in some cases for generations here. Kind of these nationally recognized best management practices when it comes to flooding and attenuating some flood impacts, but then also, water quality is connected to that, biodiversity is connected to that. So when you start working toward addressing flooding, you really address so many other things too.